Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is Greg from Went Audio Video Solutions coming to you with another great video showcasing vintage audio components. Everybody loves those, right? So on the bench today we have a Kenwood KR-6200 receiver. Even has the original owner's manual. And paired up with a Technics SL-D35 direct drive fully automatic turntable. And they're hooked up to a pair of Infinity RS3 bookshelf speakers. It's a little setup I fixed up for one of my friends so he can give it to his son on his birthday coming up. He's getting into records, and this I thought would be a great little system for him, a little starter system. So let's go through some of the hookups, features, and I'll do a quick demo. All right. Starting with the back, we've got the power cord that goes to your power outlet. Then we've got our speakers. Let's get a little lower here. Speaker connections, speakers A, speakers B, or speakers C. And we have left and right, and as you see, I've matched the black to the black and the red to the orange. That's the negative and the positive. And I also have my copper nice and cleanly stripped and fully inserted in the jack, so there's no chance a frayed wire could short out against each other or against the cabinet here. You want to be careful of that. Same thing on the back of your speakers, of course. And then down here, I've got an unswitched power outlet, which I have my turntable hooked up to. And I've got a switched outlet, which means it'll power up when the receiver is turned on. And that's going to this little Bluetooth adapter, so I can Bluetooth from my smartphone and stream music to this old vintage piece. Then here we've got a FM antenna going to this connection here to give it a little radio reception. This is for a tape deck or another device like an extra CD player or maybe a iPod even, if you had another use for that as a low-level input. And then the record output would go to a device that is recording. Then we've got phono, that's where the turntable is hooked up to, and the ground wire for the phonograph is hooked up to this ground screw right here. Next we've got auxiliary 1, that's where this Bluetooth adapter is hooked up to, and auxiliary 2 is another spot for a device like a CD player or a video game or something else you want to plug into it to hear sound. There's the turntable hookups on the back. You've got your RCA cables, your ground wire, and your power cord. All right, let's go fire this up. So on the front of the receiver, power is right here. Flip that on. You should hear a click, which indicates the relay engages. That means everything's good in the amplifier circuit and your speaker wires are not crossed. We've got our speaker selector here. So you got either off, A, B, C, A plus B, or A plus C. I'm going to leave it on A since we just have one set of speakers hooked up to speakers A. Now we've got bass, treble, or bass, mid-range, and treble. That's for adjusting the sound quality. Here we've got a mode, which is stereo, right, left, reverse, or mix. I usually leave that on stereo. Here's our input selector. So we've got AM on the left. I don't get a lot of AM in here, so we won't check that. FM.
Sometimes lost.
We can tune to a station here.
Of this skirt.
Phono, that's for the turntable. Auxiliary 1. That's for my Bluetooth adapter. And then we've got auxiliary 2, which we have nothing. Mic is the mic input here. Moving over, we have tape A, tape B. If you had a tape deck hooked up, this will override anything you're playing here. So you want to leave those off if you're not using those inputs. Then we've got FM muting. That'll mute the sound if we don't get a clear stereo signal on the FM. Then we've got a loudness button, which kind of like emphasizes the bass and treble, boosts it up a little bit. And we've got a low and a high filter. I usually leave those off because it kind of mutes the sound. And then this is our tape B input here and a mic input. So that's your basic setup on the receiver. Volume is here. Tuning is here for the radio. And this is your balance control here in the back. I usually leave that in the middle.
$50,000 check for an
Okay, so let's check out the phonograph. We flip it to phono. Move over to the turntable here. Let's do a little prep. So you want to raise your lid, unlatch your tone arm, pull the needle guard off carefully. And then I like to clean my stylus. Little stylus brush here, and you want to only come from the back straight through. You can actually lock the tone arm. It's a little easier to do. Lock the tone arm, come from the back, carefully forward through, and you're cleaning the fuzz off the record. You never want to go side to side or backwards or you'll damage your stylus. And then you can also clean your record. Dust is a enemy of records. You want to keep the dust to a minimum. You want to keep your records scratch free and as dust free as possible, and you'll get the best enjoyment out of them. So if we start this up, actually first we're going to unlock the tone arm. Start this up. Oh, let me talk to you about the controls real quick. Speed selector, 33 or 45. It's a 12-inch record and it's set for 33. We've got a pitch adjustment. That's if the speed gets off, which we'll show you in a second. Cueing, this will raise and lower the tone arm, and start and stop will start or stop the record. So let's hit start. And I'm just gonna let my brush take up the dust. I often go through the middle, which helps get rid of the static. And as you see, it's started up, dropped down on the record all by itself. And we can see that the speed is stable because this lower line is stable right there. If I were to mess with this control, you'll see it starts spinning the wrong way and going too fast. And that way is too slow. So I want to get it to where that bottom row is not moving. And then it'll be fully synced there. This is Marty O'Reilly and the Old Soul Orchestra. Well, there you have it. What you can do is either just let the record play out. If you wanted to skip to another song, you hit the cueing here, which raises the tone arm off the record, and you can nudge it to the next song. If I can line that up and see it. And then flip it back down. That's pretty good.
Oh, sister. Don't you look at what I've done? Oh, sister. Don't you look at what I've done. Father's at the front door, dusting off the floor.
All right, well, that's it for now. You can let the record play out. It'll stop by itself, or you can just hit the stop button. Tone arm goes back, drops down to its little rest there, and shuts down. Don't forget to lock your tone arm, and at the least, close your lid, keep the dust off, put your record away when you're done. Thanks for tuning in. Wint Audio Video Solutions for all your vintage hi-fi needs. We also do custom audio video installation, sound systems, TV mounting, Wi-Fi extension systems, surveillance cameras, and more. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Give a like if you'd like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more great videos like this. And don't forget to hit that bell notification. Comment down below. We appreciate it. Take care.